All right. I'm going to give this gray screen. I might spruce it up with some stuff in the background for you, for the Geminis. How y'all doing, Gemini? What's cracking with you? How's life? We are in it. I'm only using the Gilded Tarot and the Witches Tarot today. Or what is this? I don't know which one of these. Which cards are these? Which cards are these? I left it in the box in the kitchen. It's these. Y'all know what they are. Shit. It's not the Witch's Tarot, it's the other one. I think Insight or something like that. Something like that. I forget the name. It's the blue box with the pretty pictures. Anyways, Gemini. It's February. I think it's 4 days into it. Let's see what's going on in February for us, Gemini. What's going to happen in February? What's going to happen in February? February. That's like me saying Massachusetts or Massachusetts. February. All right, I gotta stop smoking weed. Anyways, let's get into it. It's February. I'm saying it how it's spelled. February. And it's February. It's 4 days into it. It is the 4th. Or is it the 5th? Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Thursday, February 5th.
Oh, I was way off. It's 5 days into it. She said February. She more country than me. 5 days into it, and we are in it to win it. Ain't we, Geminis? We're in it to win it. Let's just say it like that. We are in it to win it. Let's go ahead and protect this reading from those who may be trying to stop the Gemini. Because it's a bunch of us Geminis that just get hated on, and we be minding our own business. Not messing with nobody, happy in our own skin, excited about life. Folks hate it when you excited about life. I don't know what it is. They want you to be miserable with their ass. And you can always choose to be happy. That's what I say. I had some miserable shit happen to me, especially in the past 2 years. And I'm choosing to smile and to, stay present with God and let God deal with it. Anybody saying anything negative about me, they just hurt. Hurt people. That's or yeah, the gossip and the talk and all of that. It doesn't affect me because it's not real. Like, I'm not actually living that life, and the people I have to look in their face every day know who I am, know what I stand for, know what I'm about. So nothing really major happening in these parts except ain't nothing going on with the rent. You got to have a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm just minding my business, handling the jobs I need to handle, because we're in the business of doing business, and business is good. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? I'm getting Brewster's Millions, Gemini. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be lovely? Some old relative you didn't know about just showed up out of nowhere and was like, I'm going to give you $300 million if you can spend $30 million in the next 30 days. Imagine having to spend $1 million a day, and you can't buy anything inherently valuable. You can't destroy anything inherently valuable. You know what I mean? Everything you buy has to be used in that day. Like, you have to spend $1 million in one day for 30 days. Imagine. I would get that shit spent in half the time. 15 days go by, that 30 million is gone. Go on and give me my money. Go on and make it happen. Yeah. and you can't tell nobody. So I'm getting Brewster's Millions. I don't know. Somebody may be coming into an inheritance, a substantial amount of money, Gemini. That might be you. That might be you. That just popped up in my head. Let's just get into it. I am gonna shuffle some cards. And the cards are shuffling and the beat goes on. And let's see what's happening with y'all, Gemini. All right. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Six of Swords and the Five of Wands. You may be wishing to get away from some drama and a bunch of chaos, and that's happening for you. You're getting your wish fulfillment, which means that you could move away from something, especially move away from a bunch of chaos with a bunch of people, Gemini. Nine of Cups, Six of Swords, Five of Wands. Look like you're just moving away towards calmer waters, to a peaceful mind, a peaceful situation. This is your wish. This is also you getting a wish fulfillment. So it happens to be that your wish fulfillment helps you with this transition or this move to to peaceful, more peaceful surrounding, especially when it has to do with conflict, chaos, jealousy, group chaos, group jealousy. And by the way, I don't like saying shit like, oh, she jealous of me, because who am I? You know what I mean? I hate saying stuff like that. But you can read into energy. I don't have to say it out loud to know, to move away from something or someone who may have envy towards you. You don't, first of all, it's not about being pretty. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of pretty people with ugly ass attitudes. You know what I mean? There are a lot of pretty people that feel so small within themselves that they hate on the next person because they don't have something that they have. That's a lot. So I like how people are like trying to shoot this narrative that like it's about visual beauty, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and beauty could sway in all kind of directions. I know a lot of pretty people that I can't stand to look at because they ugly on the inside, and it makes them ugly. They look like a hag actually, or a monster, because they got nothing going for them except just their narcissistic abuse sometimes and blah blah blah. And I'm not talking about anybody specific, but hurt dogs holler. So if you're a hit dog, my bad, I didn't mean to hit you. I just threw the rock over the fence in a random direction because this is the conversation I'm talking about. So again, and pretty people can still envy people that they feel are uglier than them, that are more hateful than them. And those people that they feel that they're more superior to, that inferior person, some people can pick up on it, that they feel like is inferior to them. They can pick up on it. They can say, hey, like, yeah, you got me beat. Your eyes are prettier than mine. Like, you're gorgeous, whatever. But, you still hating on me. What the fuck is your problem? That can be recognized. That can be. So stop with this narrative, because it makes me think that you're so small minded that you think that that's the only thing that people would envy other people for, is their beauty. Beauty is extremely important. Beauty makes people feel good, but beauty can be found in anything, not just human beings. And like I said, the prettiest people can have the ugliest soul, and that projects outwardly and makes them the ugliest person in the room. And I've sat around people with the most amazing souls and could look at them and find all kind of beautiful things about them. Like it emanates from them. So stop it. Anyways, moving on. Gemini, they're telling you to have patience with somebody that may be possibly moving fast in a connection, and you're like, slow down, because there's a lot of things hidden, Gemini, that you're not seeing right now. But there is, you could be having bright ideas. You could be having a new passion for something. You could be creating something new, Gemini. This could be happening for you, and it looks like it's gonna, um, bring in something that you want. It's gonna bring in some sort of manifestation that you want. The Magician card is out here. with the Judgment card and the Three of Wands, which makes me think that, it even almost feels like the universe is resurrecting something. Like the universe is something that you wanted to manifest. The universe is deciding, like, hey, I'm going to give it to you. Especially with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about opportunities, especially, you know, trying to figure out perspectives and certain opportunities that may be coming to you. Somebody could be trying to block ideas for you as well, like some sort of mental blockage, but that's not working out for them. When it comes to like a passionate relationship that you may be engaging in or getting into, the universe is not only slowing you down, it's going pretty fast. And the universe is asking you to slow down and also be patient with the person that's like moving towards a direction that's pretty, it's fast. Don't go into something blindly either. The, I'm getting the infinity symbol several times in this reading. It's in a bunch of it's here in this. The infinity is there. Where else did I see it? I thought I saw it a couple of times, but maybe I was just looking through the deck. Something about infinity. Well, okay. You have an infinite amount of opportunity that you can manifest. It's almost like saying anything that you want, you can have, especially with the infinities. And it's like an infinite amount of opportunity that you can create, manifest, bring into reality. Look how he's bringing the energy into his hands. And this is true now. So he's giving energy into the void of infinite energy and receiving it in his right hand. So you, I don't know how you guys do it, but what I've learned through my experience in life is that you give power with your left hand and receive it with your right. You see how it's flowing up to his right hand and it's flowing into the infinite pool in his left. So this is this infinite amount of creativity that you may have. There's something creative that you're creating too that's it's gonna be a part of the universe, the world. It's gonna go way beyond, dare I say, Earth. Like this is something that's gonna be put into. It's gonna be that good. A galactic soap opera almost. At the bottom of the deck, this is you creating something, waiting for it to manifest. There's something spiritual that's happening as well for you, Gemini. Something, the sun's coming out. I'm getting glory, like something, whatever you're creating, there's something, it, it's very God driven too. That's given to you, Gemini, that's about to happen for you. It's and you're creating the roots for it. You're actually doing it. Like you're not only waiting, but you're cultivating it. You're making it happen. So whatever this is, you got your hands right into it. Like you could, like for me, there's a lot of things that I'm still looking at with my projects that I still got my hands in. Like this could be better, that could be better. You know, um, so I kind of feel like that. I feel like you climbing up higher to get to this, first of all, a higher love. Look at all that energy at the top. Um, it's there for you. There's a lot of energetic in this. The universe is asking you to pull from the universe, pull from the universe. You have an infinite amount of money there, an infinite amount of time, an infinite amount of creativity, anything that you want to dive into. Just, sometimes I don't know if you have a spiritual bank, but I have created a spiritual bank for myself. And sometimes I have to go in and make withdrawals. And it's a whole thing that I do. I meditate. I picture myself going into that bank and withdrawing. The money's there. I already have it. So now I just got to go in and take it. And that literally, it works so well for me. You know what I mean? Just out of the blues, things happen, and then I need this or I need that, and then that money comes up for the thing that I need. You know what I mean? So yeah, visualize yourself a spiritual bank if you have not already. This works, and I'm telling everybody they have an infinite amount of money. So this isn't a secret that I'm trying to keep from you or gatekeep or anything like that. I'm saying bank on yourself. Get into your own. This is for anybody, not just Gemini, because we got cross watchers as well. We have sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, however you want to do it. Bank on yourself. Get yourself into a situation where you can pull from your infinite source, because we all have it. You don't have to pull from other people. That's why I don't get the envy and the jealousy that goes around with people, and people doing things or saying things to try to stop other people, when we all could. It's for everybody. I don't even, just like, because I'm high, fuck it, I'm just gonna get into it. You know what I mean? And this is an opinion. This isn't facts about anybody, and I ain't trying to like piss nobody off or anything like that. But we got ourselves two queens, and they're beefing with each other over two kingdoms that were at peace. They were both at peace. They didn't have to beef with each other, but they did anyway, over something that was said, something over some insult, when you didn't have to respond at all. So let's just bring it to the forefront. And when we're talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, these two women don't have to beef at all. You know what I mean? They were both looking beautiful. They were both in really expensive dresses. They were in full on makeup. If you have a studio beef, that's fine. If that's selling records, that's fine. But don't bring it to real life. You know what I mean? With real life shit happening. Unless it was staged. But Cardi B shouldn't have walked out with no knot on her head. Nor should nobody's kids be talked about, or whoever's husband's doing what. None. It was beyond both of y'all, is what I'm saying. Y'all both beautiful. Y'all both sitting in beautiful dresses, doing amazing things. Both have amazing careers. Both have followers and fans. You don't have to come off your throne for the next person unless they are personally trying to stump through your kingdom. And then, you get your troops together and you protect your kingdom. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? But somebody just talking in the background because they just talking, sound like jealousy to me. You know what I mean? Other than that, like, you ain't got to say shit about the next person. I don't give a fuck what a bitch is doing. I really don't. But why would a woman who's supposedly better than you, who feels like she's beneath you, need to make snide comments about some woman that she don't even know, too? Let's talk about that one. How a woman will try to make money off a platform saying the same shit over and over about how amazing they are, when I heard they feet smell like corn chips. But anyways, and talk about a woman that they don't know. Talk about things that are made up versus something that's real. But the real thing is getting cheated on every day. But that's what happens when you step out of your lane and try to step into somebody else's to try to make them feel bad. God will show you. Oh, you making fun of her because she's dreaming about something that you feel like you have and you think you better than. Well, that thing that you have is now gonna like burn you. So some of these women out here don't know them from a can of paint and they still be trying to talk about you. That's how fucking powerful you are, by the way. That a bitch will step off her throne and out of her lane to look you in your face to try to like throw dirt on, or laugh at you. And usually when a bitch is laughing, it's because they can relate. How many people hurt you? How many men did you dream about before you got this one? Hmm? How long you gonna keep them since you feel like you better than the next person? What that personal life do? Since you out here making nasty snide comments, that shit is real. That energy is real and it does come back to you. I know all about karma. You know what I mean? It does come back to you. People out here that are mad, they don't believe in themselves. So they're going to tell you you can't do something because they don't believe in themselves. We not in the same bucket. All my crabs feel free. They roam the ocean. You in the bucket, I'm in the ocean. I can roam free. I don't need to pull another bitch down. I don't need to laugh at another woman at her shortcomings or whatever she got going on. I don't need to do that. I don't need to make the next person, especially if I'm succeeding. If anything, I'm gonna fucking lift that person up. Girl, come over here. Let me hook you. Here's a really good story for you. Everybody hate on Will Smith. You know what I mean? I don't hate on nobody. So everybody get positive messages from me. I've seen Will Smith do some amazing stuff. This guy is incredible, and I feel like sometimes I've had. I'm not obsessed with Will Smith or Jada Pinkett by far, but they are always in my dream for some strange reason. They always doing like positive things. Like one dream we were in, the ocean had tipped into the water, and Jada and Will was on a truck, and they was driving down Western and saw us on the street and picked us up and took it. They was like, don't go towards the airport. We're going this way. I will take you this way. They were saving people on the street. Another time, I was working as a page, and I would work all these TV shows as this page. And I was like, we never worked NBC because NBC had their own pages. But for some strange reason, some of the NBC crew couldn't show up. And so they would substitute with our pages to come work for NBC. So, as a page back in the day, working on TV shows, I had the opportunity to work on The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which was one of my favorite shows of all time. I sat on the bus one day and I was like, man, the last shows are coming up. It would be nice to work those last shows. The last two shows of the entire run of that show, like the last two episodes, the very last two, I worked. And I was on the bus one day and I was like, it would be nice if I get to work that because, I love that show. You know what I mean? I love Fresh Prince and Blossom. It'd be nice if I get to work it. And guess what? They some pages didn't show up and I didn't even say nothing to nobody. The only person I said it to was God in the universe and thought it, and it happened where I worked the last two episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. While I was there, first of all, that taught me a lot about manifestation, and Will Smith always talks about manifestation. It's like a sign from the universe every time. So, while I was there, I talked to Jada Pinkett in the bathroom with her kid. They were babies. They were like small babies, like 2 and 3 years old. This was Willow. Not Willow, it was the son. And he had the pink eye. And she came into the bathroom and her kids was in there. She was like, "Did you touch him?" And I was like, "No, I wouldn't touch a kid." Like, I was appalled. She was like, "No, I didn't mean it like that, honey." She was like, "I just meant, that they got the pink eye. So don't touch him because, girl, they got the pink eye." And I was like, "Oh, I already had the pink eye, so I won't get it again. But thank you for letting me know." And then I kind of like let loose or whatever. These were the people talk shit about Jada Smith, but Jada Pinkett is like one of the coolest, most down to earth people I have ever met in my entire life. Jada Pinkett is a sweetheart. And so if anybody's saying anything nasty about this woman, like, you don't know her. So I like met her a couple of times, and she was just the most down to, like, I don't know her personal life either, but what I got from her that day was not a bitch. It was She was the sweetest woman I've met. And this is like right around the time she had her first kid with Will Smith. And then, one of our pages from my company had this really bad Jerry curl. I mean, this Jerry curl was off the chain. This all happened in the last two episodes of us working. We had lobster and scrimps, and they treated us so well, and everybody was welcome. And I was partying with Tatiana Ali and Karen Willer, and every we were having a good time. They were just like the downest most. They were so happy. That's why that show did so well, because they were so prosperous and beautiful and happy and open and welcoming. I've never Will Smith is like one of the nicest people I've ever met. He was one of the coolest people. So anyways, one of my pages was he had a terrible Jerry curl. I mean, his Jerry curl was off the chain. And we always clowned him about it, like, yo, you need to cut off drip drip, bro. Like, it's then Will Smith he was like, man, I can't let you go out like that. He looked at it too, and he was like, nah, man, I can't let you go out like that. He put him in his barber's chair in his dressing room and made him get a haircut. Like, and cut him sharp too. Like, homeboy came out looking like a totally different dude. He had this dripping ass Easy E haircut from the 80s. It was worse than Easy E. You know what I mean? Easy E, had his shit tamed, but it was like this really bad drippy Jerry curl that was also very kind of on a bush side. It was like part curl. It wasn't an S curl, it was more like a C curl. Oh boy was just like, struggling. And then we all clowned him for it. Will Smith took his ass in the fucking chair and cut his ass up. Like, listen, I'm gonna have to hook you up, brother. I can't let you go out like that. And kindness, sweetest, most down to earth person. So he passionate. Yes, the man is passionate about stuff. But these are some of the nicest people. And I don't think they're in the industry like that, where, they feel like secret society stuff. That's why they getting sort of what they getting, because they real genuine people. Now, this is what I got from them. I don't know them now. You know what I mean? No telling what happens with people now. No telling what people are doing. But I'm telling you the energy that I got off of him. Jada used to also date one of my friends. So this isn't alleged, this is true. So Jada could possibly be bisexual because she dated my friend Danielle. And this was facts. This wasn't, I don't think she's in the closet. I just think, she's not outwardly saying, like, yo, I'm bisexual or whatever. But, like, I don't think that's. So, anyways, all I'm saying is these are really sweet people. You know what I mean? Um, and, gossip can be really vicious and turn people into these monsters that they are actually not when you meet them in real life. And I say that to say about manifestation, that every time I'm manifesting something, Will Smith shows up. Every time there's there's something about Will Smith that's involved in it somehow. Somehow. Now, the reason why I say that is because I like this person, and I was like, God, you know what I mean? You told me this, blah, 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 but is it real? And then that person went and said hello to Will Smith. And I was like, there's the sign. There's the sign. Because Will Smith is my golden monkey. Will Smith is my rainbow butterfly. Will Smith is my gold lion. I'm telling you, every time I'm manifesting something good, that nigga show up. That's all I have to say about that. It's 30 minutes into it. I love you guys. Thank you for listening, Gemini. Gemini, life is going to be good. Life is good. You are manifesting. Things are good. Don't let people tell you different. Who gives a fuck what the naysayers say? Let the naysayers nay.